Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Brian Schottenheimer sent strong message to Cowboys ahead of first season. This will be the first time we see head coach Brian Schottenheimer carrying the most important clipboard for a team. He is, after all, getting ready for his debut, not only as the Cowboys coach, but as an NFL coach, too. Despite that, Schottenheimer is an experienced coach. He is just 51 years old, but as the son of former head coach Marty Schottenheimer, who was a head coach in the NFL for 21 seasons, he was given opportunities to get into the sport early. Brian Schottenheimer was an assistant with the Rams as far back as 1997, when he was just 24. His dad was a head coach by the time he was 41. Brian Schottenheimer's wait has been longer, though, and he has spent 14 years as an offensive coordinator, including the past 2 seasons for Dallas. He has also spent 8 years as a quarterbacks coach and was in the collegiate ranks for 3 seasons. He spent 1 year, 2022, as a consultant for the Cowboys. Through it all, Schottenheimer believes he has established a clear identity in the league, as a guy who connects with his players. And he intends on sticking to that. I think I've always been someone that believes in connections, getting to know these guys, Schottenheimer said, via the team website. I've always been someone who's been able to be demanding, and I'm pretty good at disciplining guys. I promised myself, when I got this opportunity, that I wouldn't change, because I think I've seen too many people change. Schottenheimer has been around long enough and has worked with enough of a variety of head coaches to have seen the top job change the approach those guys took. He vowed that won't happen with him. The guys I've seen change, I'm not going to name them, they weren't very successful, and I plan on being really successful, he said. The reason I think I'll do that is because of my values and my beliefs and how hard I work, but also because I'm going to be me and I'm not going to change that for anything. Still, importantly for Cowboys fans, Schottenheimer knows that being a nice guy is not necessarily going to get him anywhere in the league. It's a results business, and with Dallas coming off a 6-11 season after 3 straight 12-win campaigns, Schottenheimer will have to show results quickly. In a business like ours, where I'm going to be judged, we're going to be judged on wins and losses, and that's part of the deal, Schottenheimer said. And believe me, no one wants to win more than me. No one wants to win a Super Bowl more than me. But at the end of the day, I'd not be doing my job if I didn't make sure that both young and old players alike weren't investing in one another. Jay Toia wants to bring havoc, destruction, finesse for Cowboys' defensive line. Jay Toia is a rookie 7th-round pick with a lot more potential and ability than his 2025 selection would imply. Adding to that is the fact he joins a Dallas Cowboys team desperate for more beef in the middle of their defensive line, specifically at nose tackle behind former first-round pick Motzie Smith. They believe putting Toia under alongside Osa Odigizua and Solomon Thomas, and the tutelage of heralded defensive line coach Aaron White-Cotton, will see the former UCLA standout become a wrecking ball in Dallas and, for his part, Toia feels the same way. I mean, I feel like just the standard of being a D lineman is, coming in and just destruction all over the line of scrimmage, he said from rookie minicamp. It's that level of football violence that made him very problematic for opposing offenses as a Bruin, and his maturity and selflessness earned him the respect of his teammates and the label of captain, an added attribute that fits perfectly with the culture being established by head coach Brian Schottenheimer. That culture must strike a balance between impact talent and locker room leaders, though, something Toia proved himself as, in both regards, at UCLA, and his film study of current NFL game records at the position could very well also shorten his learning curve at the professional level. Vita Vea and Dexter Lawrence, for sure, he said. I would say they're similar, but different. I feel like Vita just causes havoc throughout the whole game, but I feel like Dexter Lawrence has a little finesse in his game. There are 5 combined Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro nods and a Super Bowl ring between Vea and Lawrence, so, needless to say, Toye borrowing all he can from their game can only help him hit the ground running in Dallas more quickly and fuel one of his ultimate goals. "I feel like success, for me, is longevity," said the rookie nose tackle. "I want to play in this league for a long time. I want to play for the Cowboys for a long time." Training camp will serve as his first real dose of the Cowboys' version of the Hunger Games and, by all accounts, when it's all said and done, it's likely no one will be mocking Jay. While we can debate over who the most popular team in the NFL is until we lose our voices, the debate over the most scrutinized team begins and ends with the Dallas Cowboys. Such is the cost of being the most valuable professional sports franchise in the world. When things are going bad in Dallas, like they have been for the last year, that scrutiny can get pretty intense. Bleacher Report's Mo Moton singled out the Cowboys as the biggest offseason losers in the NFC East division in the 2025 offseason. The Dallas Cowboys parted ways with former head coach Mike McCarthy, lost lead running back Rico Dowdle in free agency, and right guard Zach Martin retired, Moton wrote. One can argue that the Cowboys downgraded from McCarthy to a far less accomplished replacement in Brian Schottenheimer, who will be a full-time head coach for the first time in his career. After 3 consecutive seasons with a 12-5 regular season record from 2021 to 2023, the Cowboys are coming off a massive step backwards in 2024 where they went 7-10. Combine that with the Cowboys' postseason failures, they haven't made the NFC Championship game since the 1995 season, and the pressure just continues to mount. Patriots trade idea moves young, exciting WR to Cowboys for new Dak Prescott weapon. The New England Patriots wide receiver room isn't necessarily in the best spot. If the Patriots struggle next season, it could be because of that. Yes, the offensive line improved drastically, the coaching staff is much better, and the Patriots are hopeful that Drake May will take a year-2 leap, but the wide receiver unit still has many questions, especially with Stephon Diggs potentially not being available for the start of the year. Trading any wide receiver right now might not make much sense, considering where the unit sits. Still, in a proposed idea from Pat's pulpit, the Patriots' SB Nation side, there was an idea of trading Kayshon Boutte to the Dallas Cowboys. Boutte could profile as a low-volume X-receiver in Josh McDaniels' offense, but the production last year at 23 years old would likely lead to him having the most trade value of the bubble players. One team that would make plenty of sense as a potential partner for Boutte or any receiver, the Dallas Cowboys, Brian Hines wrote. Boutte was elite during his time at LSU and was drafted in the 6th round of the 2023 NFL Draft by the Patriots. After posting 589 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaging 13.7 yards per reception last season, it looked like New England might have something there. However, if the Patriots look to move on from him, they could send him to a wide receiver-needy team like the Cowboys. The Patriots and Cowboys have already made a trade this offseason involving Joe Milton, so the relationship is there to get another deal finalized. However, unless the return is an overpay, or the Patriots are certain that Diggs will be ready to start the year, it'd be a bit questionable to move the 22-year-old. And you fan? What do you think about Kayshon Boutte's situation? Write to us in the comments.